All right, let's just talk about it. Let's go. Hi guys, Mimi G here and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. So some of you may have noticed that I took last week off. I was traveling and I was out of town, and really when I go out of town to visit friends and family, I really just like to enjoy that and really be in the moment and not have to worry about work and other silly things. And so although I did have a couple things I could have recorded, I just chose not to. I just chose to enjoy the week. But I knew when I got back that I had a lot of work to do. So this week is going to be pretty busy. Today's video is actually not sewing related at all. If you have noticed, I have lost some weight, and I get a lot, and I mean a lot of questions about what I did to lose the weight, what I'm doing to lose the weight, what my diet plan is, what my workout stuff is. And I'm generally a pretty open person. You guys know that I try to keep it real as much as possible. There are some things in my personal life that I keep personal because I think everybody has a right to do that and not share every goddamn thing that comes into your head that is happening in your life. Please take heed when I say that. Keep some things private. But this is something that I have struggled with for quite a while. And I know a lot of people do as well. And so I thought, okay, well, let me just do a video and answer everybody's question at one time, as opposed to me trying to respond to everybody via DM or message or email or all the things. So I will start by saying a couple of things. First is everybody's journey is different, and everybody has a right to do what works for them. So if you're going to watch the video and you're going to say something dumb, judge your mama, okay? My platforms are not the place for that. It's a safe place for you to share and just receive the information. If it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you, and that's perfectly fine. Okay, so let me give you a little bit of a backstory, because I know sort of when things started to change for me. So if you've been following me a very long time, then you probably saw the progression of my weight. And on and off, you've seen me work out, do different diet plans. And when I tell you, I have done them all, okay? I was keto for almost a year. I did paleo for almost a year. I tried going vegan. Child, that lasted like 2 weeks. I've done a month of raw. I've done low carb, carnivore, high protein. I mean, I've done them all, okay? At this point, I could probably write a book because I have literally done them all. I have worked out on and off. That's not new to me. I've been working out, and I say on and a lot off, for over a decade. So I don't necessarily enjoy it, but it's something that I know my body needs, and so I do it. This is probably going to be a long video, child, so grab a drink. I got my protein shake. It's early still, so grab some coffee. But if you want wine, girl, do you, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Okay, so when I hit about, maybe like 44, 45, I started to notice a dramatic change in my body. I was trying to eat better, working out, not necessarily making any changes in my body. And once I hit my perimenopause stage, and yes, I was tested and I did all the things, it was incredibly hard to move the scale. Like, it was hard and defeating. And I get it. Like, I get why it's so hard to stay consistent, because sometimes based on your body, and I'm not a fitness professional, so, I'm just sharing my experience. It doesn't matter sometimes how much you're doing. There could be internal things in your body that you don't know about or are not addressing that could be contributing to either your weight gain or the reason why you're not making any progress. And so that's why I went to the doctor to find out, is it something just beyond me not being in a calorie deficit enough? Is it I'm not working out enough? Like, what is it? In the process of figuring out all of these things, just health-wise, I also learned that I have lipedema. So if you don't know what that is, look it up, Google it. But basically, it's an excess of fat deposits that mostly build in your legs and in your arms, and it mostly affects women, as if we don't have enough shit already to deal with, okay? As if we don't have enough things to deal with. Periods and menopause and perimenopause and hormones and then lipedema. So that was something that I wondered about but had never had confirmed. The reason I wondered about it was because, and I'm sharing this in case someone is out there wondering the same thing, and maybe this will encourage you to go, have exams done and figure out anything that might be bothering you. So for me, I have always had very large legs, but I started to notice that I was getting excessive sort of fat buildup right above my ankles and then like right behind my leg at the ankle area. And at first I just thought that that's just from the weight gain, but I started to notice that it was painful. And when it was painful for me just pushing on it, I knew, okay, something else is going on. So lipedema is very difficult, can be very difficult to deal with because there's necessarily not a cure. There are things that you can do, and regular weight loss methods just do not work for those areas. And it usually happens to women either in their legs or in their arms. I have both. I actually have it in my legs and I have some in my arms. So it was really important when I went to see my doctor that I started getting on a weight loss program and that I needed to do a variety of things. So the first thing was they put me on compression socks. So during the day, I try to wear, and I'm not that great at it, I'm not gonna lie, I don't do it every day, but I should be wearing my compression socks because it does help to remove the fluid that builds up in my legs. The other thing that I do is I give myself lymphatic drainage massages in my legs. Several times a week I do my entire body, but every night I do it in my legs because that's where most of the buildup happens for me. I also need to have, eat a certain kind of diet. It's not super restrictive or anything, but I do have to increase my protein quite a bit. I have to make sure that I'm doing not just some sort of aerobic exercise, but that I am also doing strength training. So that's why you guys see me in my videos. I do a lot of weights. I do low impact cardio, meaning I'll go for a walk outside or I walk on my treadmill. I don't generally do HIIT exercises or things of that nature because it actually works negatively for me. If I do too much of an excessive aerobic workout, the fluid in my body collects even faster. And so I have to be careful about the cardio that I do. Lipedema can get worse as you age if you don't do certain things. And so I, of course, want to do as much of the preventative things as possible so that it, doesn't get worse or at least slow the process down. I don't know. But anyway, during one of my last visits, and I had a conversation with the doctor, and we talked about weight loss medication. So initially I was like, no, let me just try and do it, continue doing it on my own. And so I did. You guys may have remembered when I joined my local bar gym. There's a gym not far from me that does bar classes, and I really enjoy it. I love the bar class. It's a lot of fun. It's hard as hell, but it is a lot of fun. I started doing more high protein meals and lowering my carb intake, and nothing was really happening. And so I got really frustrated at my highest weight for my body. I was 184 pounds. I'm 5 feet 4 inches tall, and I could feel it. I mean, I could feel it when I was going up and down the stairs in my house. I could feel it when I was outside playing with my grandkids. I was feeling it, just doing simple tasks. I have no cartilage in one knee, and I have a patella issue in my other knee. And so the weight was affecting how much my knees were hurting. And there were just so many little things that I found were bothering me. I was uncomfortable in my clothes. There was just a lot of things, like internal things. And, I understand why people in the public or influencers don't like to talk about what they're doing to lose weight. I get it, because everybody got something to say, and everybody want to judge you, and everybody want to tell you what to do and how to do it and why you shouldn't do it and all the things. I get it. Like, you sometimes just want to be able to do things by yourself in private and not have to share. But sometimes when you do something like weight loss and it's enough of a dramatic change, people are going to notice and people are going to ask questions. And so I don't just want to ignore you guys. I just want to share. And this may or may not work for you, and that's okay. But be very careful about passing judgment on other people's choices, because it ain't your life. You know what I'm saying? And you should be able to do whatever you feel works best for you. Please talk to your doctors. Please go and get your exams done. Please figure out if there is some sort of hormonal imbalance, or in my case, lipedema, which I was not expecting to hear, or any other sort of thing that could be causing a delay in your progress. So I started by doing some workouts and really trying to figure out what was working for me. And then I tried, or did start sort of changing the way that I was eating. And then after talking with my doctor and having exams done and the testing and the blood and all the things, I decided to give the weight loss medication a shot. So, no pun intended. I cracked me up. So I decided not to do the ones that you guys hear about, the Ozempics and the Wegovy's and all of that. I decided not to do those, and instead do just a semaglutide shot, so the GLP-1. And if you guys want to know the one that I tried, I will put it down for you guys in the description box. And I decided that I would try it and see how I felt. I was, afraid of the side effects, because I just don't take a whole lot of medication in general. And so I didn't know how it was going to affect me or how I was going to feel. So I was quite nervous about it. But at this point, I personally felt like I had to do something. I wanted to feel better. And I wanted to regulate some of the internal things that were happening to my body. So I got on the shot in August of last year. Towards the end of August is when I first got on the semaglutide shot. And I was also nervous about injecting myself, because that's weird. But after the first week, because they start you on a very, very small dose, and then it increases over the weeks. And so I started on a very small dose, and I felt nothing, like no side effect, nothing, no change in my hunger, nothing. By about the 4th or 6th week, I started to notice a difference. Now, I still did not get any side effects, and to this day, I have not felt any side effects at all, actually. But I did start to notice that I just wasn't hungry. Like, I just wasn't hungry. I could literally go the entire day and be like, oh shit, I didn't eat anything, because I just was not hungry. So of course, because you're not hungry and you're not eating, you're in extreme calorie deficit, you start to lose weight. Now, the semaglutide shot does do other things to inside your body to manage insulin levels. And I don't know, all the things. Read up on it. But the one that I noticed immediately was that I just wasn't hungry. So this causes two issues. One is you're not hungry, so you're not eating very much. But you also want to be able to work out, because the one thing that I think, and this goes for anything that you do that is a quick fix, right? Or what people think is a quick fix or cheating, or you call it whatever you want, I don't care. Is that unless you change the habit, and unless you change your diet, and unless you change other things surrounding it, once you get off the shot, you're going to gain the weight back, right? Because you haven't done anything to really change the lifestyle of it all. So I didn't want to do that. I wanted to make sure that I was working out consistently, that I was eating better, higher protein meals, higher fiber meals was really important. I eat carbs. I'm not afraid of carbs. I just choose when I'm going to eat them and how much I'm going to eat. I'm not afraid of fat as long as they're good fats. And so I really want to do all of the things at one time and not just like lose the weight and not do anything else. And then once I got off the shot, I would sort of have this rebound weight gain, which is very common for people who are on a weight loss medication. So because I wasn't eating enough, whenever I did try to work out, I just didn't have the energy. I was tired and I didn't have enough energy in my body. So I started trying to force myself to eat things that I could do easily. So like my protein shakes, I just put like high protein Greek yogurt in here, a scoop of protein powder, some water, and sometimes berries. Like this one has strawberries in it, and I blend that up and I get a significant amount of protein, and that will help me get through my workout no problem. I, in general, have never been a breakfast person. I just have never been hungry in the mornings. I don't necessarily enjoy breakfast for breakfast. I like breakfast for like lunch, but I don't like breakfast for breakfast. And I'm generally not hungry. So it was even harder to eat because I'm just not a breakfasty person. So I started to change things, right? By mid-afternoon, I'd get hungry. So I would be like, okay, great. Let me eat. Let me eat now, get some carbs so I can get through the workout and do my workout in the afternoons, because that's when I would have the most amount of energy. So you do what works for you. You find ways to be able to work around whatever you're doing or feeling. So that started working for me. Now in the mornings, I've gotten more used to having something like a protein shake or like toast and peanut butter, or just anything to give me enough energy to get through my workouts. And that has been really great. I eat one very large meal, generally like late afternoon, early dinner, so like dinner. And that's usually enough for me, but I need to make sure that I get my protein. So I do that in different ways, either through supplements or a protein bar or protein shake or whatever. I eat a lot of yogurt because I eat the Ratio brand, which has, I think, 25 grams of protein and very low sugar. And I really enjoy that brand quite a bit. So I'll add berries or something to it. Eggs, I can always do hard-boiled eggs if I just need a quick little like protein. And then, carbs usually for me come in the form of rice. I mean, I'm Puerto Rican. I can't stop eating rice. You know what I'm saying? Rice is like, or potatoes because they digest slower, and some form of protein. So for me, I eat all the protein. So I love seafood. We eat a lot of chicken. The kids eat a lot of chicken here because I'm always making chicken. We eat beef, pork very rarely. Like I just don't make it often, but we all eat it. I just don't cook it often. So it's mostly some form of chicken thighs, chicken breast, stir fries, those sorts of things. And the kids generally will eat whatever I cook. So that's easy. So what I started to notice the first couple of months, in case you're wondering what the journey has been like, the first couple of months, I saw like a very little progress. And then for me, it feels like I woke up like one weight, and then I went to bed one weight and woke up like different. Like for me to visually see it, I know that my family and my friends started to notice it. But I didn't really notice it until like one day I just looked at myself and I was like, oh shit. I started taking my body measurements because the scale is the devil and it's a lie. And I wanted to track it more accurately. So I started tracking it by taking body measurements, and then I could really see a big difference. So like I said, I got on it end of August. I just got off of it. And so another thing that my doctor suggested is that I not just cut it off. So instead of just stopping completely, he has me on a weaning off program. So I'm weaning myself off the medication over the next couple of weeks, and then I'm off of it completely. But during this time, I have made it a point to make sure I work out 3 to 4 days a week, strength training, doing at least 1 or 2 walks a week, watching what I'm eating, not to the point where I'm like, I can't eat this. If I want the damn slice of pizza or the cake, I'm going to eat it. Generally on the medication, I just don't feel like it. But, every now and then I take my shot on a Monday. So by Friday, I start getting hungry. I start getting hungrier. So I think it's just been a very, I think it's been a very interesting journey to watch the changes in my body. My last doctor's visit, things in my body internally, that I'm not going to share all the things because I think that's just maybe too much into my privacy. But there were things that were concerning that are now not concerning. And so that made me feel a lot better about it. I was also glad that I didn't have to be on it for, a super extended amount of time. September, October, November, December, January, February, March. So 6-7 months. And I'm at the weight that I want it to be. I'm at my goal weight, which is the weight that I was at, maybe 10 years ago. And, the weight gain happened over time. It had a lot to do with depression. It had a lot to do with things that were going on that I've never shared and won't share because it ain't anybody's business. But, things on the outside look great. And sometimes internally or within your household, things could not be great. And that can cause you to do different things, like maybe overeat or just sort of not work out, not stop caring in a sense. And I did go through several years where I was just like, fuck it, I don't care. And that was hard, to deal with. And I could see the weight coming, and then that just would stress me out even more. And then it was just like this cycle of like, I don't know, just stress and anxiety and all of these other things that sort of happen. And, once I decided, okay, listen, I'm going to do something about it. We're going to see if it works. And, for me, it has worked. I haven't had, like I said, any major side effects. I have felt quite great. I feel, I can't, honestly, I can't even tell you how much better I feel emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, all the lees. And I'm very grateful that this was an option for me. I know it's not an option for everybody. I know it can be expensive if your insurance doesn't cover it. And there are many different ways for you to reach your goal and for people to reach their goals. And I love that. And I cheer everyone on. And however you choose to lose weight or make yourself healthier, that is your damn business. And you have every right to do it without feeling like you're going to be judged or talked about, because who gives a shit? It is your life and your body, and you have to do what is best for you. But I did want to share my story because I know that a lot of people are very curious. I am happy to share some of the meals that I eat. I am happy to share my workouts, which I do, now on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, I will share some of the YouTube video workouts that I use. I also have a tonal machine that I use. I have a Peloton, which I don't use. I don't like cycling, but I have it. I bought it. I have it. It's been sitting in the garage. My tonal I love a lot. And, workouts on YouTube are free. Okay. They are free as hell. And I know that, whether you choose to do a weight loss medication or not, the fact of the matter is that alone is not going to keep your progress in your journey sustainable unless you change other things in your life, unless you change your eating habits, unless you change your activity levels, whether it's walking or cardio or strength training. And listen, if you are in perimenopause or you are in menopause, strength training is the absolute best thing you can do for your body. I feel so much stronger. I feel so much more energetic, and I wouldn't change a thing. So if you are considering it, but you are concerned, talk to your doctor. See what is going to be best for you. Like I said, I am not at all a fitness professional in any shape or form. So you should absolutely do what I do and talk to your doctors. Have your tests run and see what is going on and get on a plan that is going to work for you. So if you have any more questions about the medication or how I've been feeling or workouts or anything, whatever, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I will try to get back to as many people as I possibly can. I hope I have answered your questions. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, peace.